What up, guys? Welcome back. Today's a big day, a lot of things going on, but I still want to fit a review in for you guys to kind of free up my Sunday. And so today we'll be looking at the Shear Revival Music or Misery Heavy Hold Pomade. But before that, the only real update is, of course, the base pomade was just released today. And actually, the Shear Revival, this pomade was just released yesterday. So big weekend, a lot of things going out, a lot of great and good products going out this weekend. So definitely a big consuming weekend for you guys. But other than that, base pomade is now available. Old Dude's website, limited availability, of course. Yes, take advantage or not and regret it later. But yes, now we'll move on to the Shear Revival pomade review. This one is interesting because Zachary has released a lot of, I don't want to say all light hold pomades, but a lot of like medium, original, light hold, more kind of reserved, a little more restrained in terms of the hold. But this pomade is definitely not. And so we'll go ahead and start off any other review by looking at the jar. This is it right here. Shear Revival, Grooming and Beauty, Music or Misery, Heavy Hold Pomade. Once again, he has definitely picked up on the design quality of the jars. The designs are extremely clean, they fit well, they're consistent, and there's like a nice aesthetic to the entire collection. It's once again printed on some nice like textured paper, branding on the face, ingredients on the side. Everything else is clean, clear plastic this time, 4-ounce jar with a black lid. So big thing is Shear Revival or Zach just really changed everything to clear jars and all black lids. So everything has a nice consistency and overall it looks really nice. Opening it up, the product, as you can already see with the clear jar, has a nice like limeish, greenish, pale green color to it. It's nice and different. Obviously the color doesn't affect anything else. There are some products actually the color like can stain clothes, but don't worry, you won't have an issue with this one. But yeah, it looks nice. Let's go ahead and start using it. So in all honesty, I can't really pinpoint the scent that well in this one. Like a few other reviews, I try not to like read the description, or at least like with the more complex ones, the ones I expect to be complex, I try not to read. And it's hard to guess. It's similar to like the One Who Knocks pomade from Zach's like original one. But instead of like a sweet kind of like Joanne's like end to it, it's like a lot smoother finish, a lot duller finish, and slightly more musky. Like overall, I do like it more than the original, just because it's less of a hit and just a more like soft, not so much soft, but it's not as dense. It's not as like a slap in the face in comparison to the other ones. But yeah, so styling with this pomade, you should definitely take a little licks at a time. Right now, I have like a small buildup after like 2 showers. So this is after 2 showers with no additional pomade in between the 2 showers. So I got like a lot of the product out, but overall it has a lot of buildup and a really waxy buildup. And so this is a really waxy pomade. If you also notice during the close-up when I showed it to you, you can tell right away just by the texture how waxy of a pomade it actually is. And so scooping it out is easy though. Like even though it's a waxy pomade, it's not hard to like scoop out. Smearing it, it's also easy, but you will start feeling like the grip of the wax, and especially once it gets in your hair. And luckily, we'll be able to take advantage of that. So quickly just coat the top real quick, just make sure I can get all the hairs like out of my face and stuff, just for convenience. Yeah, definitely if I have to name like 2 brewers right now that kind of came out of nowhere, or like at least came out within the last year or so, who've definitely like risen to like meet the standards of the current market, is definitely like Zach and Clayton. And we'll see whether or not Rocky is, because I actually just received his water-based products the other day as well, and so I'm really excited to see those. I heard great things, so I would probably include him on the list too. But yeah, so now with the second scoop, I'm gonna make sure I get it underneath the hair where I actually really need it for styling. And even though it's a heavy pomade, like I can work around with it a lot. It is a little discomforting if you like really jerk your hair around. Like this is a heavy hold pomade, but like it's still workable. And since this is like a firm or like a heavy hold pomade, I think actually 2 scoops is going to be enough. I'll keep it there and go ahead and start slicking things back. Like you can definitely see like how much I had to pull to get the comb through, and it's tough, but it's not discomforting. That's like the difference. Like I want the hold, but you can kind of. We don't want the discomfort. That's like where the annoyance really is with heavy hold pomades. So like overall, despite being like a really heavy hold pomade, it's nice. It's easy to work with. Because like a bad heavy hold pomade is one that provides a lot of wax, but the user can't take advantage of it. So that's like a sign when like you find a discomforting pomade, it's gonna be like there's gonna be a lot of wax, but you can't really take advantage of it. Or if you can take advantage of it, it's gonna come at a great cost. But this one so far, like, and also my experience with it, like it's really good in that it's a lot of hold, but it's not discomforting, and it really shows through in your hair. So we'll go ahead and form the part now. The part formed beautifully. And I actually really need a haircut real bad. So my sides should slick down pretty nice. We'll see how well it does to style my hair, even though everything's like unnecessarily long right now. So my sides look really nice right now. I mean, they're slicked back, but there's still some life to them, mostly because this is an oil-based pomade. So it's not going to be like gel-like where you slick it super tight where it's literally stuck to your head. And it looks like you just came from permanent marker and like colored in your sides. But yeah, with the sides slicked back, go ahead and start forming like the pomp itself. And actually, I want to go ahead and call it one and done like that. Because things actually look really nice right now. And damn, that is nice. Alright, so as you can see, the shape of my pomp is pretty damn nice. It's at a really good height. I haven't had it this tall in a while, and especially because my hair is long, which really weighs down itself. Despite the long hair, it actually becomes much more difficult for me to style like a really nice and like on the tall side type of pomp. And so definitely this product provides enough hold and a great enough like strength to weight ratio for me to really obtain that. Sides are slicked down pretty nice and tight, and from my past experience, it should pretty much last the like good portion of the day. But of course, I'll have to verify with that with you guys when I come back, and I'll talk about a few other things, whether this thing is like restylable or not, because also it was difficult to restyle with the fingers just because it's so waxy. It gets really grippy and it's actually really discomforting to restyle with your hands. So make sure to bring a comb today. Probably rework it with that if necessary. But yes, so the scent, it's still there, but it's also really light. It's not like really strong in my face right now. The slickness is actually pretty good. It's only like a few stray hairs, but it's extremely minor, so it still is a pretty slick product despite being a really heavy and waxy one at the same time. Shine is pretty like neutral. It added just a little bit, just a touch of shine, just to say that like I have product in my hair. And other than that, the strength and the control are extremely notable with this product, so definitely good. So yeah, well, we'll go from there. I'll come back in like an hour or so. well, not an hour, so a few hours, and then I'll go ahead and talk to you guys about the product then. Alright, what up guys? So I'm back now. End of the day, it's about 6 p.m. so let's go ahead and call this done. My hair is still relatively in the right position. Everything is still like okay. It's definitely not as tall and as luscious and as volume-y as like in the morning, but overall things are still like good enough. I would still go ahead and go throughout my day with this hair. But definitely getting a few more strays, but still slick, or rather endurance is good. Like definitely Shear Revival Music or Misery Heavy Hold Pomade can keep its general form throughout the whole day. Restylability for a comb is really reasonable, but with your fingers, there's just something about the fingers versus the comb that like gets extra grip and actually makes it kind of discomforting. Like trying to hand comb this pomade, though it seems like it will be pretty optimal, depending on what type of like hair you have, it actually might be pretty uncomfortable. Like for me, it's actually quite discomforting. And other than that though, like yes, few stray hairs, kind of like especially along the sides. It lost a lot of its slickness, it lost a lot of its shine, but still, like the most important part of endurance, the thing we care about is whether the like overall form is still there, and so that's good. The scent is, I would say, completely gone at this point. Like unless you like stick your face into your hair somehow, or someone else sticks their face into your hair, you're not really gonna pick up the smell anymore. And also like the cleansiness of the product, like doesn't feel oily at all. Like there is some like white petroleum in it, but it's not a discomforting issue. It's not like a greasy feel at all. And so this has definitely been like similar to the Iron Society Firm Hold, but a lot better. This is like a much better version of that. And in fact, it's actually probably one of like the better like heavy hold pomades I've ever tried. And so definitely received my seal of approval. And the reason why it receives my seal of approval is just because it's like clean, it's really waxy, and it has a great strength to weight ratio. It's like definitely certain aspects, certain like things like hand combing it, it's like not really possible, it loses its slickness. Like there's a few issues, but these are really minor. Like the overall like product itself is actually performance wise really spot on. And also shampooing it out, you can get out like 70% of the product like in one shampoo, and that's like significant for a heavy hold pomade. Get out like 90% of it after the second shampoo. And so like heaviness and convenience are rare to come by in one package. So definitely the Shear Revival Music or Misery Heavy Hold Pomade received my seal of approval. I would recommend trying it out. It just got released, so, and also use the promo code I have available to you guys. Shear Revival is already really affordable, but even with the promo code, it should be even more affordable to you guys. So Shear Revival Music or Misery Heavy Hold Pomade. Have a good weekend guys, and take care.